Yes, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm VJ and you are now watching another episode of my reaction for today. For today guys, I'm going to react on a new UNIS related video in here dropped by OK Cool, and it's called Is the UNIS Hype Over? Wow, this is so harsh. This is such an interesting topic. So I would rather watch the whole video before I will be going to judge it. I think I'm ready guys, let's go.
Now, is the UNIS hype finally over? Well, today we are diving into a story that feels as bittersweet as a K-drama ending. Basically, the rise, the struggles, and the reality of K-pop girl group UNIS. If you were part of the frenzy when Universe Ticket aired, you know exactly what I'm talking about. UNIS was supposed to be the next big thing. A girl group born from one of the most ambitious survival.
But you can't actually expect, I mean, there's an expectation that they would be big, but as for me, because they are actually like formed and are expected to just last for 2.5 years, I would rather say that they are not actually anticipated to go big as UNIS, right? So basically they have to be dispersed to other groups, something like that, just like what happened to iZone, just like that, right?
Shows of recent years. But now, it seems like the hype surrounding them is fizzling out. What happened to this group that once had the K-pop world buzzing? Was it the controversies, the mismanagement, or something deeper? Let's grab a drink, sit back, and unpack the journey of UNIS, from their dramatic formation to the challenges that have left fans wondering. Is the hype over? Okay, cool. Let's get started. To understand UNIS, we need to start with Universe Ticket. When the show was first announced, it felt like a revolution in K-pop survival shows. Unlike previous programs, Universe Ticket wasn't just about creating another group. It was about breaking boundaries. The idea was simple but bold, bringing together trainees from all over the world and creating.
Yeah, it's such like a revolutionary one because they have to bring trainees from different countries, right? So it's kind of a revolutionary.
A global girl group. Fans got to see raw talent, hear heartfelt stories, and witness the sheer determination of these young women chasing their dreams. After months of grueling challenges and emotional eliminations, the final lineup was revealed, and UNIS was born. The group was praised for its diversity, with members from various countries and backgrounds. Fans were ecstatic, believing UNIS would be the perfect blend of talent, visuals, and fresh energy to shake up the K-pop industry. Now, after the
And yeah, that was so true. I mean, the result of UNIS is like perfect, you know? I mean, visuals, they have those who have strong vocals, rappers, dancers, you know? So all around group, something like that.
the show is over, fans were excited to finally see the girls on center stage. I mean, after the pretty stressful survival show, I think we can all agree that it's time to give the group the break they deserved, right?
Yeah.
They worked so hard for their spot, so it's only expected that people were also on the edge of their seats, waiting for what they could offer. And so, when UNIS debuted, the anticipation was unreal. Their debut album, We UNIS, was solid. At least, that's what most fans were talking about. Of course, we can't forget how Superwoman is the album's centerpiece, a powerful combination of Astrobeats, Moombahton, and house genres. So you could say the group tried to offer something new, while sticking to the trends to stay relevant. While their debut announcement and performances gained traction, things started to dwindle as time passed. And in case you were following them during their debut week, you will know what I'm talking about. I mean, as the weeks went on, cracks began to show. Despite their flashy debut, UNIS struggled to maintain their momentum, and the girls were having a hard time keeping up with the other groups whose promotions overlapped with theirs. It even got to the point where their follow-up promotions felt rushed, their content scarce, and their visibility in a crowded K-pop market.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think the problem is not with the UNIS themselves, but with the groups that they are competing with. So that's so hard to really step up in the game.
Well, almost non-existent. Maybe it's because it's the first time for SBS to actually produce a girl group
Mm.
straight out of a survival show.
Mm-hmm.
However, most Knets believe it's not a valid excuse. They
Oh.
could have done better to make sure the girls left a mark during their debut, and let's just say they fell short.
Oh.
However, this is not the last time the girls had to deal with something bad. Yes, it's only expected for K-pop groups to get scrutinized and judged. I mean, we all know how harsh Knets can be, right? They're
Yeah.
pretty ruthless and don't spare even newly debuted groups.
Yeah.
Of course, UNIS is no exception. Soon after, controversies started haunting the girls, and it was a pretty tough time if you ask me. UNIS wasn't even a year into their career when rumors and scandals began to swirl. In case you've been living under a rock, it's almost impossible to miss how UNIS's Jelly had to deal with so much hate just because of the way she carries herself in public.
I've watched the video of OK Cool regarding the issues surrounding Jelly.
Recently, Jelly has faced backlash over accusations of pick-me behavior, a
Mm.
term often used to describe actions that seek excessive attention, sometimes at the expense of others. And do you know the reason why? Well, this was after clips of her being overly playful or commanding attention during group activities surfaced, sparking debates online. Critics argue that her behavior overshadowed other members of UNIS, labeling it as unprofessional or calculated. However, her supporters were quick to counter, saying Jelly's personality is part of her charm. They pointed out that in a competitive industry like K-pop, standing out is necessary for survival.
Yeah.
After all, isn't individuality what makes idols shine?
Yeah.
We all know how Knets work. They don't really listen much to logic, right? And because of this, Jelly was subjected to so much negativity. What makes this controversy even more layered is Jelly's massive online presence. Videos of her playful antics consistently go viral, earning both admiration and critique. Reporters and fans alike have noticed her ability to dominate any room she enters. Her confidence is undeniable, but so is the division it's created within the fandom. What made things worse was the way the management handled it, or didn't handle it. Statements were vague, and at most, they didn't even help pacify the situation.
Yeah. For sure, we haven't heard the SBS or the company they're in defending the girls, their issues, especially on Jelly, right?
Fans were left feeling frustrated and betrayed. The backlash wasn't just aimed at the members. It hit the group as a whole. Suddenly, UNIS wasn't seen as the rising stars they were supposed to be, but as a group plagued by drama. And while some would say that the controversy didn't last that long, or only involved one member, it's still a big deal, especially for a group like UNIS who are still trying to penetrate such an overly saturated industry. I think most of you would agree that being perfect and flawless will surely help a lot. This means the fewer controversies, the better. However, with UNIS, I think it's getting a little harder. Now, there are rumors about possible unfair treatment among the members,
Oh.
specifically the non-Korean members. If you have been following K-pop groups before, you will know how common these kinds of rumors are, especially for those who have foreign members in the
This rumor also, I've heard it in boy band side. EXO also, they've experienced like 3 Chinese there had to leave the group due to mistreatment of the agency and the other spectators out there, so it really happens.
roster. I mean, we've seen a lot of these members quit just because they don't get the same treatment as the Korean members. By the looks of it, UNIS is dealing with something similar. Surprisingly, or maybe not, it includes the 2 Filipino members once more. If we rewind a little, fans were ecstatic when Alicia and Jelly made the cut, not to mention how the number of their Filipino fans really helped with the group's social media presence. However, recent controversy suggests that this dream team may not be receiving the support it deserves. During a recent performance, UNIS took on a medley of Twice's hits. Fans were thrilled to see their idols pay tribute to the legendary girl group, until they noticed something concerning. Jelly and Alicia, both known for their vocal and stage charisma, were shockingly sidelined. Their screen time was minimal, and their line distribution was glaringly disproportionate. In
Oh.
fact, Alicia was given a mere 2 lines,
Oh.
Jelly 1 line. For
Wow.
performance
I haven't watched it actually. I might watch it also so that I could hear it myself. Their line distribution there, cutting short of performance time is actually a thing, you know. It happens to like new groups, something like that. So, yeah, it's not surprising though that it also happens to UNIS. So this is kind of a unfair treatment.
designed to showcase each member, this stark lack of opportunity stood out like a sore thumb. And the comments went wild, y'all. One fan wrote, "Knowing that Ellie can sing very well in Korean, giving her only 1 line makes me really disappointed." While another added, "Thank you for the 1 line," referring to how Jelly only sang 1 line throughout the performance.
Oh.
Some fans pointed out that such treatment could stifle their confidence and prevent them from establishing their presence.
Well, yeah, it's kind of harsh, you know. And it's kind of really obvious that there's an unfair treatment in there.
In a highly competitive industry, it's hard to forget why these two were
Well, the agency could have given just one sentence, or so that it would not be too obvious. But one liner or 2 lines, that is so harsh.
chosen in the first place. Jelly's emotional depth and Alicia's vocal clarity earned them millions of votes during Universe Ticket.
Yeah.
So why are their strengths being underutilized now? Industry experts speculate that internal group dynamics or management bias could be at play. Others argue it might be the challenge of managing a group with members from diverse cultural backgrounds. Despite the challenges, fans have rallied around Jelly and Alicia, flooding social media with support. From hashtags to fan projects, they're making sure the two idols know they are appreciated. But will this be enough to catch the attention of their management? Or will these talented performers continue to be overshadowed? Only time will tell. But one thing is for sure, if the management doesn't address these issues a lot sooner, it'll surely affect how the group will progress in the future. Then, there's the issue of how UNIS has been treated by their own company. Despite their talent, many fans have pointed out the glaring disparities in how the members are promoted. Some seem to get all the spotlight, more screen time, better styling, and individual schedules,
Yeah.
while others are left in the background. This kind of favoritism is nothing new in K-pop, but it feels especially disheartening here. UNIS was supposed to be a team, yet fans couldn't help but notice how some members seemed overlooked, their potential wasted. And let's not forget the lack of proper promotions, no variety show appearances, minimal social media updates, and a complete absence from year-end award shows. It's like the company gave up before the group even had a chance to shine. So why didn't UNIS live up to the hype? Some might argue it's controversy. Others will point out to the mismanagement and unfair treatment.
I don't know, but I think SBS is not prioritizing girl groups. They're actually into TV shows, something like that, but not on girl groups. So I really don't think that UNIS is in their priority list. So that might be one of the reasons why there are minimal promotions just to UNIS.
But maybe it's more than that. The K-pop industry is brutal. It's not just about talent or effort. It's about timing, marketing, and sometimes plain luck. UNIS has the potential to be groundbreaking, but they were caught in a system that didn't know how to nurture them. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. Also, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe for more.
Yeah. Okay, so is the UNIS hype over? Judging from this video, I don't exactly think that their hype is over, but because if that would be the case, or that would be the statement there, it would mean that the UNIS themselves lack their hype, you know, has faded their hypes, because it's not on the UNIS side. The lackness of their presence into the entertainment is minimal because of their agency and because of management, of course. And they cannot control that themselves because they're not self-managed, right? I think this is really an awareness video of the problems surrounding UNIS nowadays. So thank you so much. Okay, cool for that. That's really cool. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for watching this episode. I'm gonna watch other UNIS related videos in my next episode. For now, guys, thank you and bye bye.